Hello, queens and kings. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Today, we'll be doing our Zulu necklace beads, Zulu necklace tutorial. But the catch for today is that our loops are going to be sharp loops. From the previous two videos that we've been doing, the loops are quite round. So today I'll be showing you a trick on how to make the loops sharp. Okay, so I have my needle here and my upholstery thread, and at the end of my thread I have 3 loops on top of each other. I made 3 knots on top of each other. Okay, so let's start with our foundation. So for my foundation, I am choosing the green color. I mixed up my colors today. I'm going to start with 1 bead from the foundation. Then I'm going to push it down to the end next to the 3 knots that I made. Oh, put it in, push it down, push it down, push it down. Okay, and then I will take my needle and I'm going to insert in the opposite direction. This is a stopper bead. This is the bead that I use to prevent the rest of the beads from leaking. And then I pull my needle. So I'm creating like a loop around this 1 bead, as you can see. Now I'm going to put my foundation. Remember, for necklaces, the foundation is determined by the number of beads on your foundation is determined by the length of your neck size. So there is no certain number on how many beads in particular that you will need. Okay, all right. So I'll just pause the video until I complete my size. Hi, I'm back. Okay, so this is the size, the length that I chose. It's very short. It's a newborn size length. The reason why I chose a short one is to save time. Okay, so let's get started. Today I'm going to be different. I'm going to do 2 things differently at this point. I'm not going to change my color. I'm going to continue with the green just to show you that it's doable. And another thing, I'm going to change the number of beads. Previously, I would use 8 and 6 here at this point, but today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do 6 and 4. So remember, at the end of our loops of our foundation, the number of beads on our loops will be added by 2 compared to the number of beads at the center. So here I'll have 6 beads, and also here I'll have 6 beads, and here at the center of my necklace I'll have 4 beads. Okay, so I'm going to pick up 6 green beads. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have my 6 green beads, not green beans. My brain is precious, very precious. Okay, and then I'm going to push them to the end, but I will leave a small space so that I will be able to differentiate between the beads that belong for the beads for the loop and the beads for the foundation. Okay, so my thumb and my index finger. So remember, for your foundation, you will count 2 beads. And immediately after the 2 beads, that's where you're going to insert your thread. That's where you're going to hang your thread. Okay, so I take my loop beads and I place them at the bottom of the foundation bead, right after the 2 beads. As you can see, place them at the bottom, and then I take my thread and I hang it over, as you can see. And then this step is so easily to forget. And then I poke 2 beads. I poke 2 beads and then I pull. Okay, so we had 6 beads previously, but remember we only add 2 more beads at the end of our foundation. So because I had 6, that means here I'm going to continue with 4 beads. I'm going to pick up my 4 beads. Okay, here's my 4 beads. Then I'm going to push my 4 beads right to the end. And then I take my index finger and my thumb, and my other hand will be holding the rest of the necklace. Okay, now I can push at the end because there won't be any confusion. Remember, immediately after counting 2 beads, that's where you're going to insert your thread. That's where you're going to hang your thread. So here's my 2 beads, my first bead and my second bead. I take my thread, I put it under, and then I take the same thread and I hang it over. Take my needle and I poke the first 2 beads. Okay, let's do it one more time and then I pause the video. Pick up 4 beads, push them down to the end. Take your index and your thumb finger and your other hand holding the rest of the necklace. Remember to count 2 beads. Remember to count 2 beads, ladies and gentlemen. Put it under right after those 2 beads. Take your thread and hang it over. Remember the most important step of them all, to take your needle and poke 2 beads, as you can see, and then you pull. So we have arrived at that time of the video where I pause until we come to the end. Okay, see you later. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so now I'm at the end. So that means I've been picking up 4 beads here at the center, at the middle. But now I'm at the corner. That means to my 4 beads, I add 2 beads. So now that means I have to pick up 6 beads. 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 6 beads. I do the same process as before. I put it under. Remember, I should count 2 beads. So this is my first, this is my second bead. Then I will take my thread and I put it under. And then I hang it over. Okay. Remember, this is the thread from the stopper bead, the loop that we made. So please do not confuse it. Now, as we've been doing before, Here you're going to poke 4 beads instead of 2 beads. And then I pull. And then I pull. Ta-da! Okay, so now I want to increase the size of my loop. So here we've been doing 6. On the next loop, we'll be doing 8 beads. But here's a catch. To make your loops to be sharp, ne? This is the catch. So remember, we have to have 8 beads in total, ne? But the last bead from the 8 bead should be the color of your previous loop row color. So the color I'm going to use now is the color yellow, ne? So I have to have 8 beads in total. That means I will have 7 beads that are yellow and 1 bead that will be the last bead will be green. Now let's do it practical. 7 beads, 7 yellow beads. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I have my 7 yellow beads. Ne? This is the color of the new row that I'll be doing. And then 1 bead, the last bead that you put on will be the color of your previous row loop row. Yeah, as you can see, that's which is green. Okay, and I do what we've been doing before. Okay, I have two free beads. That means I have to hang my thread in between these 2 beads. 2 free beads. Last time we were having a problem with the free and the 3. And then you have something like this. Remember to poke on the first 2 beads. And then you have something like this. Do you see? Starting to be sharp. Okay, so we had 8 beads in total here, which means here at the center we're going to have 6 beads. So remember, 5 beads will be the color of the new loop, and then the last bead will be the color of the previous loop row. So I'll have 5 yellow beads. I have 6 beads in total, but the 5 beads will be the yellow bead and the last bead will be a green bead. Okay. 5 yellow beads, and then 1 bead. This is the color of the previous loop. Okay, and then I hang my thread in between the 2 free 2 free beads, and then I poke on the first 2 beads and then I pull. Okay. Okay. Now the same as before. 5 yellow beads, 6 beads in total, but the 5 beads will be our yellow bead, and the last bead, the 6th bead, will be the color of our previous loop. You can see, push my beads down, and then I hang in between the 2 beads, and then I pull. Remember to insert on the first 2 beads, to insert your needle on the first 2 beads, and then you pull. There you go. You have come to that point of the video where I'm pausing. We'll be back. All right, I'm back. Okay, so now we're at the end. That means we add 2 more beads to our previous number of beads that we've been doing. So previously we've been using 6 beads, so we add 2 more beads because we're at the end. So we have 8 beads in total, which means I will have 7 yellow beads and 1 green bead. Not green beans. Hey. And 1 green bead. Green beans. Green bead. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1 green bead. Okay. And then I hang my thread here. Remember, because now you're at the corner, you're going to start a new row of your loop. You have to insert 4 beads instead of 2 beads. You have to insert your needle into 4 beads instead of 2 beads. As you can see, and then I pull. Okay. So now this is my new line. I am choosing the color red. So let's do our calculations. Okay, so previously at the end we've been having 8 beads, but now we want to increase the size of our loop. How many beads are we going to have? 10 beads. So remember the rule to make your loops sharp. The last bead should be the color of your previous row color. Yes. So I'm going to have, remember in total I have to have 10 beads. But that means I'll have 9 red beads and 1 yellow bead. 9 red beads and 1 yellow bead. And there you have it. I have 9 red beads, the new color that I'm starting, and 1 yellow bead. So there we go. Okay, so I have 4 free beads, and then that's where I'm going to hang my thread. And then I insert my needle on the first 2 beads. Okay. At the corner we had 10 beads in total. That means here at the center, at the middle, we're going to have 8 beads in total. Okay, so I'm going to have 7 red beads and 1 yellow bead. Okay, as you can see, 7 red beads and 1 yellow bead. Then I take it, I hang in between the free beads, free as in freedom, as in uhuru. And then I insert my needle on the first 2 beads, and then I pull. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to pause the video and we will meet when I'm at this point. Okay, we're at the end. So we have we have 10 beads. Okay, so because we have 10 beads, that means 9 beads is going, our 9 beads are going to be red and 1 bead, yellow bead. Yes, the 10th bead is going to be our yellow bead. Okay, 9 red beads and 1 yellow bead. And then I insert here. Remember, because I'm turning, I'm going to poke my needle into 4 beads. And then I pull. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. I'm going to do another part 2 video whereby I complete the necklace. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out the part 2. It's gonna be one after the another, and hoping the part 2 is gonna be nice and short. Thank you for watching. If you love the content that you see, please consider subscribing. Until see you in the part 2 right now, of course. Yes, thank you.